What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the TB Toycast YouTube channel. Today we are unboxing from the Mattel Elite Collection, Mosh, Thrasher, the Headbangers. Man, I was excited for this set. The Headbangers, a classic tag team, kind of from the, the new gen era, all the way, I guess, through the Attitude Era, actually. Because, they showed up probably about 1996. Of course, Chaz Warrington and Glenn Ruth were kind of preliminary wrestlers for a number of years, and in fact, I was watching an old Superstars taping from 1996, and they were in an enhancement tag match. A lot of people, I think they were guys that they were like, oh, they're good, I don't know what to do with them, and I think that could be said for a lot of talents. And WWE was really good back then at finding stuff for guys. Hey, these guys can work, they're good talents. Let's figure something out for them. They shaved their heads, put on a little bit of face paint, and some skirts, apparently, and they became the Headbangers. Of course, a lot of people may not remember, before this, they were the Flying Nuns, and I had heard they were only going to appear on Shotgun Saturday Night. I never remember that. I only remember them as the Headbangers until, sometime later, and Mosh ends up showing up as Harry Beaver Cleavage. You guys remember that one? I think Thrasher was injured at the time, and he grew his hair out, and he became Harry Beaver Cleavage, based upon, Leave It to Beaver cartoon, where he possibly had an inappropriate relationship with his mother. Very Attitude Era, very different, but they were trying. They think they gave that like 2 or 3 weeks. Didn't work, and then he just became Chaz, where he wrestled in like Joe boxer shorts, but he had his hair. Again, a little different. I will say, though, as we unbox these, you guys will see, underneath they have, of course, they have soft goods shirts and soft goods skirts, but underneath they have, like, boxer shorts on. And I'm like, man, they really missed a potential 2-in-1 by not including the Chaz head to give us that Chaz look. And there's not a lot more you can do with Thrasher, but with Mosh, there's a lot you can do, actually, because he also was in a short-lived tag team with D'Lo Brown, where they were Lowdown, and at one point they actually, this is taped up pretty darn good, isn't it? Let's see if I can get through that. It's not looking real promising. Let's see here. But they ended up being managed by Tiger Ali Singh and kind of wearing like the garb that he was wearing, which is probably not the most appropriate this day and age. Didn't seem so different in 2001. But before that, they were wearing like workout pants, like almost like Adidas workout pants. And that's pretty cool right here. We got like a Raw is War backdrop. I don't hate that at all. Very cool. If you're a figure photographer, that's like your interview set. I'll actually leave that up right there. Of course, they both come with the tag title, which is really cool. So there's a lot you could do with Mosh here if you so desire. Oh my gosh, twist ties like crazy. We'll try to cut all these off here. But this was definitely a set that I was glad we got, because we haven't had Headbangers stuff in a very long time. Like, I think, like, even the Headbangers were all around all the way through the 2000s, but I don't remember Jax doing a lot with them because they were really not utilized that well. Even when they became Lowdown, if I remember, one of the SmackDown games I had on PlayStation featured D'Lo Brown in the Lowdown gear, but Chaz wasn't in the game at all, because that's what he went by then. He was just Chaz, which was a little goofy. My gosh, twist ties like crazy. So many twist ties. What I don't get about these, this is an internet exclusive. No one's taking this off the shelves, people. Like, why so many twist ties? It's almost like they get enjoyment out of it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna destroy this belt because it's like stuck underneath the plate there. Oh man. Okay, finally got that out. But yeah, like I said, get rid of these twist ties here. Yeah, Chaz, there's a lot you could do with him, and obviously the Legends line over at Target would have been a good spot for these guys. But I also get doing the exclusive set first. It's kind of your first. I'm going to set him up so we have something to look at there, maybe, if he'll stand up. Before, maybe releasing them later on. Because they did have a couple of different looks where they kind of did more of the full face paint later on and stuff like that. Very tight joints on this guy. Oh my gosh, very tight joints. There we go. He is not wanting to stand up very well. He's kind of rocking back and forth. Got to warm up them ankles. You guys ever warm up your ankles? Hopefully not, because you're going to have a hard time standing. There we go. Now I'm going to try to possibly get Thrasher out of here. This is not proving to be super simple, I'll tell you that. But yeah, like I said, I would love to see some Chaz figures if we could get those. You know, the Joe Boxer look, the Hairy Beaver cleavage. That's as deep a cut as Mattel's probably given us. Like the Sultan was a deep cut. But, I mean, he at least had a WrestleMania match. So it'll be interesting to see if Mattel goes that deep for a character that a lot of people really don't remember. We get some extra hands there. But looks like just 4 fisted hands. So I'm not going to worry about those at the moment. I'm cool with just the regular hands. Of course, there's Thrasher. He's got his title belt. Essentially the same oh my gosh, more twist ties. You gotta be kidding me. The bane of my existence. He's got a different skirt, of course, but we got looks like the same t-shirt. Relatively the same body, as best I can tell. But we're gonna kind of take a look. He's got, of course, got his necklace on. Got the Velcro on the shirt, which definitely helps. Kind of a plaid skirt there. So you can remove all of this stuff. But they did wrestle in it, so to me, I think it's perfectly fine. And look, the skirt would just slide right down. And so you could have him, I mean, they're supposed to be boxer shorts. They more look like boxing trunks, right? When I say boxer shorts, I mean like underwear boxers. But they more look like kind of like boxing trunks. So if you wanted to do like a guy that's about to do some, like, brawl for alls going up against, Bart Gunn, you could kind of pull that off, I guess, if you wanted to here. So actually some decent figures if you want to do some customizing as well. But that Thrasher looks great. Mosh obviously is going to be the same type of figure. But yeah, I was excited to get some Headbangers in the line for sure, because these are guys, like I remember when they had the Jakks Tag Team 2-pack. So if you guys remember Tag Team Series 1 from Jakks, they ended up only doing one wave. After that, it became Too Tough. I don't know if you guys remember Too Tough or not. That was an interesting time. Too Tough, they did like, some were managers, some were tag teams. They were able to kind of mix and match there, which I think was ultimately better. But the first wave included the Godwins, the new Blackjacks, which wasn't anyone's favorite, and the Legion of Doom. Obviously, that's the heavy hitter, and the Headbangers. And truthfully, the Headbangers was as pretty, not as big as LOD, but it was definitely everyone's second choice. And I remember having a very hard time finding those. In fact, they ended up kind of re-releasing the Headbangers in a couple of different waves, and that really became everyone's go-to for those figures. But what do you guys think about these things? We'll kind of take a closer look at Mosh here. Tongue out, I know I've heard a good friend of the channel, Kyle Peterson, say he's not a big fan of the tongue out. But I think he could agree. It works for Mosh. That was kind of his signature look. Of course, we got the plaid skirt on. He's also got the black boxer shorts underneath. Like I said, they got the pockets, so they're really more like shorts as opposed to boxer shorts. But we do got a little bit of a paint scuff there. But it's on the back of the leg. You might be able to remove that, so not terrible. Got the mixed matched knee pads, which was pretty common for these guys. Got the tattoos, pinless joints. Very cool. They both got a necklace on. Pretty common to the Headbangers. But, if they put like the Joe Boxer style shorts on them with like the yellow smiley faces, we totally could have had Chaz. So hopefully that's something we get down the road. I don't think anyone's clamoring for guys like Hairy Beaver Cleavage or Chaz or Real Man's Man William Regal or Steve Regal. But to me, that would be awesome. But yeah, the Headbangers. Very cool to get these in the Mattel Elite line. I would love to get them in the Superstars line. I think they would be excellent in the Retro line because they're fun. They're fun-looking figures. They're definitely a product of the time. That is 100% for sure, because these definitely don't fit the mold that you would see today, but I love them. I think they are great. These are, of course, exclusive to Ringside Collectibles and Mattel Creations. I believe, in fact, they are still available on Mattel Creations. You can get them for about $50. Plus shipping, of course, so not terrible, especially for an exclusive. And we also saw an exclusive 2-pack of the Dudley Boys. I'm hoping at WrestleMania this year they announce some more exclusive 2-packs because I think stuff like that's awesome. Demolition would be awesome in that regard, as well as there's so many other tag teams they could do that I would love to see. But no, these were a must-buy. The Dudley Boys, of course, I picked those up as well. This is the tie-dye Dudley Boys, which to me has always been my version. I know most people will remember the camo, but the tie-dye is what I remember the most. So I would love to see those. I'm going to unbox those soon, and I would love to see, like I said, more tag teams in this line. Very, very cool. And yeah, like I said, great set. And I love the backdrop there. That's a fun little added piece for anyone who wants to do a little figure photography. Because if everyone remembers right, this was the backdrop for interviews back on Raw is War. You know, they had like real barrels, of course, but this was kind of their backdrop that they had, and it really represented the look and feel of Raw is War back in the day. So very, very cool stuff. Mosh and Thrasher, fun additions to the line. So let me know, did you guys pick these up? Do you plan to pick these up? Is it something you'd like for your collection? Again, I don't know how many Headbangers figures we will get. I would think to get the most out of their license, it would make sense to get them out there a few times. You know, try to get a few of their different looks. This is more the classic Headbangers look. We do know kind of in the 2000s their look got a little bit more strange, a little bit more off the wall. But like I said, you know, especially with Mosh, there's a lot of looks you could do. I do know D'Lo Brown is under a Legends deal. He's in the upcoming video game, so we know that that's still current. And they did a Nation of Domination D'Lo in the Legends line just a year or so ago. So, again, I would love to see Lowdown. You could almost... Because I think Chaz had a bald head then. So they literally could just put him in soft goods workout pants. Now, it was a weird look for sure, but they were a fun tag team, and they had a great finisher where he did the superplex followed by D'Lo's frog splash. So very similar to Power and Glory as well, but definitely a great set. But thank you guys for checking out the TB Toycast YouTube channel. Check out some of my other unboxings, like I recently unboxed Epic Toys Bobby the Brain Heenan from the Wrestling Megastars line. I've also recently unboxed the Monkeyan from the Super 7 Thundercats Deluxe line. I've unboxed a lot of cool stuff recently. How about Captain Spaulding from NECA? That was a fun one, kind of a different one. If you're into the Mattel Elites, I've recently unboxed the Goon, Pat McAfee, and a lot of others. If you like retros, how about Chris Van Vliet from Rush Collectibles, or Alundra Blaze from Mattel Retro. Also, I have unboxed Big Boa from G.I. Joe Classified, and the Fist Trooper from the Fist line. Lots of great unboxings. And remember, new videos pop up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Especially, and also a new video I'm working on, a new video series. That'll be coming up very soon. Maybe up already, who knows. And also check out the TB Toycast podcast every Thursday. We have a different main event as well as the happenings that week. What we're finding in the stores, the news that's got us excited, and everything else. So check out TB Toycast every Thursday wherever you get your podcast. That's all I got. Thank you guys for checking out the TB Toycast YouTube channel. That's Mosh. That's Thrasher. And we will see you guys in the toy aisle.
Yeah. One more time. It ain't over till I say it's over. So lock the cage up, cause this is a takeover. The wait's over. If this the final time we meet, then you'll be on your back on my feet. Then I'll tip the cage over as a hangover. I'm super fly so I can splash off the top. And I can shut down the shot.